Hey! It's the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Fair enough.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. I'm having a crap load of lag over here. So I am not in, I'm looking at the different monitors. So I'm not entirely sure how this is coming across. I'm having a lot of lag over here. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to look how the feed looks on actual YouTube. But today I want to have a conversation, and I want to have a real conversation as usual. I already know we're not going to have anybody that's going to come in here and speak because the people who just want to talk to me about nonsense has convinced everybody to not speak. So I already know nobody's going to talk. But we are going to have a conversation about, let's see how this feed looks real quick. Tons of problem. Moment. Let's see how this feed looks. All right, so it's the feed is working just fine. That's not something I have to concern about myself. It's just whatever's going over here on my computer. With that being said, Kamala Harris is one of the most unliked politicians of our day and age. I don't think people understand how unliked she is. So they had a rally that she was having. I'm not even sure what it was. I guess it was a rally or whatever the case is. And what ended up happening is they had to bus, and this is happening at numerous different events that she's having. They're having to bus people in because at the location that she's going to speak to people to try to convince them to vote for her, they don't like her. So nobody is showing up to the actual events. So for anybody that's going to say, well, how could they know nobody is going to show up? There's no ways they can know that. I want to say something real quick. So as we already know, they had numerous events with Kamala Harris, and they were like 100 people there, 40 people there. You're the president, you're the vice president of the United States of America. How do you say that you're going to talk publicly somewhere and 40 people show up? That's insane. In any regard, is this plugged in? Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to plug something. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. There's numerous people, and pardon me, there's numerous locations where she has went and tried to have rallies or try to talk to the people of America, and no one shows up. She's the vice president of the United States, and if you show up to have a speech and and if you go to have a speech and nobody shows up, it's pretty terrible. So I just want to just talk about something real quick, and then we're going to talk about this Chase stuff, and then we're going to talk about a little bit more politics. So I want to be clear about something, and this is what I mean by that there are people in America who mean the best for Americans. They're not bad people. They're not evil people by no extent of any person's imagination. but they have been convinced of things that are harmful to our society. So we allegedly, and I don't know how true this is because there's just people saying it because they seen some bikers doing the thing. So allegedly, the there's biker gangs that's rolling down on Aurora, Colorado. I do not know how true this is. I'm saying that we've been seeing these posts all over the internet. People say things all the time that aren't true. People allude to things that aren't true. Some people just like to lie. So we don't know if definitively any bikers are rolling down in Aurora, Colorado. But I will tell you this. I have been seeing online that there's been local gangs or whatever pulling up and saying that they're going to protect themselves and make sure that, no foreign gangs or foreign cartels move into their neighborhoods. I've been seeing that online. I don't know if that's clout chasing or if that's some real shit. I have not the slightest idea. But I will say this, and just pay attention. Most of the world, other than the United States of America, not all of the world, obviously, but most, have dealt with communism inside of their government. So when people who live in other countries are looking and seeing what's happening in the UK and what's currently happening in the United States of America, they know that these things are going to destroy these areas, these countries. They know it. Now, I'm going to explain something that I don't think we know individually as Americans. And this is basically what the Republicans is based off of and what the Democrats are trying to prevent. You do know that countries are basically states. So when we say the United States of America, that's because each individual state is its individual own entity. Like if you go over to Europe, England's a country, but that's the state. France, it's a country, but it's a state. Now, if we have an understanding of what that means that each individual state in the United States of America has their own laws, has their own ways of doing business, and has their own ways of handling the public. What the Republicans want to do is allow for these states to have their own anonymity, to a reasonable degree where the overall, federal government isn't in control of every aspect of an individual's life. Now, why am I saying that? Kamala Harris wants to, for all intents and purposes, remove free speech from America. They're angry at free speech. They're actually angry at the entire Constitution. Pay attention to everything Kamala says that she wants to do. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. I think that whatever the way you say her name, she says that's not the way. And they say, and they come up with an alternative way to say her name. So I don't know if it's, I don't know. She doesn't say it the way that black people generally say Kamala. That's all I know. That's all I know. The way us as black people generally say Kamala, she doesn't say that way. For whatever reason it is. Also, shout out to my brother's ex-girlfriend Camilla. Big fan. She was, well, Usually when I say big fan, I mean like, sexually attracted. That's not what I mean in this case. I just means that she was a really good person and they have similar names. And so I was reminded about her. Shout out to her. Shout out to her son, Joe. Just hope y'all doing well. With that being said, the Republicans want to give back the power to the individual states. By doing that, it allows for us to live by the laws of the Constitution. What Kamala wants to do is she wants to make it so that the government controls and owns everything. Why do you think they're doing that to the farmers? Y'all know what they're doing to the farmers, right? They've been doing it to the farmers for like years now, ever since Monsanto's became a thing, even before that. So as we look at the Democrats and the Republicans, understand that they are what their name indicates. If you understand what a democracy is, we do not live in a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic. What that means is that we elect people. Now, let's say what a democracy means. A democracy means that we elect people, and those people that we elect decide what's best for the people, and then they make up the laws that we have to live by. And there is there's nothing in place to prevent them from making up whatever laws they want to make up. So when you're a democracy, you vote for a person, that person gets elected, and then whatever laws they decide to make up is the laws that it's going to be, whatever those laws are. In a constitutional republic, you kind of do the same thing, but there's a little twist. There's a big twist. There's a big difference. You elect people to be a part of the government to make the laws, but they can't make laws that go against our Constitution. I'm going to say this again. So a democracy is when we just elect people that are going to make laws and run the country, but there's basically no oversight. They get to do whatever they want to do without there being any mechanism in place to rein them in. A constitutional republic means that, yes, we are electing individuals that are then going to, and I'm going to tell you why this is important. Give me 2 seconds. Who are then going to make laws and guide the country, but they can only do those things based on the guidelines that's set up by our Constitution. Now, I want to say something. Whenever I hear Democrats say that Trump wants to destroy democracy, you know what that makes me think? That makes me think that the way that our country is currently running is not like a constitutional republic. Donald Trump is trying to destroy that. Donald Trump is trying to bring back our constitutional republic. That's what I hear. I don't know what anybody else hears. Our biggest problem in America is that the majority of people that vote don't know anything about politics and just listen to the politics 2 or 3 months or the year that the elections is supposed to happen. The majority of people that vote don't, and this is not disrespect to anybody, this is just factual, don't understand the economy. The majority of people that vote, they aren't, I was going to say entrepreneurs, so they don't understand job creation. So what happens is when the Democrats go out and tell you all of these things that they want to do, and a lot of these things are harmful and are not helpful, the people think that it's because they don't, they're average individuals. They're not, combing through records and notes and I don't know, laws and all of these other things to find out exactly what the Democrats mean by what they're going to do. But I want to be clear on something. The same Democrats that want to tell you that you can't post COVID stuff on social media unless it confirms what they're saying, which has already been debunked by actual scientists, are the same individuals that say that they want the government to be in control over social media and what you're allowed to hear on social media. These people are dangerous. And I'm going to tell you something else. Pay attention. The Democrats know Kamala isn't going to win. They know it. They know at this point there is no way for them to trick the numbers. They cooked. They're not necessarily trying to win. And that's why Tim Walz got the pick at vice president. Does anybody even know who that guy was? Nobody really knows who Tim Walz was. That's why he got picked as vice president. So it doesn't damage another potential future candidate's career. I want to talk about this because I'm not going to hold y'all too long. We was going to do a live last night, but I had to step out and I got back too late. That's literally the only reason why we're doing a live this morning. Hold on. Why is I was having an issue with this. I was having an issue with my maps last night, my Google Maps, and I was telling me about something. Then it says I gotta be online on Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi. Like, what the fuck? Is there an issue with my Wi-Fi? So I'm having other issues at the moment. It's okay though. All right, let's talk about this Chase money glitch real quick. The first thing I want to say is it's not a Chase money glitch. You guys have just been committing check fraud. Shout out to Kyra No. She says, good morning, frauds. Good morning, Kyra. You guys have just been committing check fraud. Check fraud has been able to be committed since, I guess, banks were created. You're just committing check fraud. You're depositing a check that is a fraudulent check, right? It's not the account that is supposed to be drawing the money from to put into your account doesn't have the funds. So you're depositing a fraudulent check. And then what you're doing is the bank is saying, well, they're looking at the check and they're saying, well, you're depositing, I guess, $10,000 check. Well, it will allow for you to pull X amount of dollars until the check goes through. And then those people are then pulling the X amount of dollars out before the check goes through, right? But you know what happens when the check don't go through? You still owe that money that you pull from the bank. Now I'm going to explain to you how this is a double down BS for you stupid asses. You're doing all of this with your own bank account, your signature, and on camera, because ATMs have cameras. So there's like literally no way for you to defend this in court. No way. And you got people who are doing this chase glitch. And then, see, I would respect if you was like, yo, I'm gonna go do this scam. I don't respect scams at all, but I'm gonna go do this chase glitch. I don't respect this type of shit at all, but listen to what I'm saying. And I'm gonna be able to go get, I don't know, X amount of dollars that I could work with right now. Then I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna go spend it on shit that's gonna make me money. So let's say you do the glitch for 5,000 and then you go spend money to turn that 5,000 into 20,000. Now guess what you could do? You could pay the bank back. But guess what? You're not gonna only have to pay the bank back 5,000. You're gonna have to pay the bank back all types of different other fees also, because you broke a law. Just so we could be clear. And then after that, your banking history is probably going to be trash, because Chase Bank is going to go around and tell all the other banks exactly what kind of shenanigans you are up to. So now you're just going to have a problem having banking. You're just going to have a banking issue for who knows how long, if not forever. So people are doing this chase glitch. And I think that there's a reason why this is a thing. Because first of all, this has been a thing. You've been able to do this forever. Just so we could be clear, this isn't some new thing that just started. Somebody made a thing on TikTok and convinced people that this was the new wave. Upon those people being convinced that this was the new wave, those people then went and started committing the crime against themselves. They're idiots. The first thing you should, if anyone did this glitch and did anything except for buying shit that's going to allow for them to become independently wealthy, are you investing in your future? Then you're an idiot. I'm saying the same exact thing I'm saying for the PPP loans. For all of the individuals that took those PPP loans and then you didn't even invest the money in anything that was going to bring you money. Y'all just went and had fun. Even if you never got caught, you're an idiot. Let's say you did the PPP thing, you didn't get caught, you was able to get hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million, who the heck knows? And now you're broke because you didn't spend any of that money on creating a business. You didn't spend any of that money on furthering or advancing yourself. I really prefer not to, because I don't know who you are. But the few says people rather do fraud than actually do something legal for money. There's girls out here, there's women out here, there's females out here. Let me say females. I don't want to say girls because that might be the better way to say that shit. And I don't want to say women because I don't really think that there's like ladies out here that's on this type of mindset. But there's women out here, there's females out here that don't want to date you unless you are a scammer, unless you are a drug dealer, unless you got fast money. You know, they don't want to live in a home and live a normal, regular life. You know, they want to live the lives that's on not even social media at this point. That's on movies and television. They want to live those lives. You know, so when you say people rather do fraud than actually do something legal for money, I say there are a lot of people that do some of these things, and to be perfectly honest with you, it probably ain't even for money. It's for all these other reasons. Niggas is trying to get lit. Niggas is trying to look important. You understand what I'm saying? Fame is a mofo. I look at people who want to be like known and famous, and I'm like, yeah, you don't get it. Like, ain't really where it's at. Like, if you knew all of the things that I'm doing right now to set myself up to be able to make money and not having to be in front of anywhere, like not be in front of nowhere, not have to use my voice, not have to use my face, all of the things that I'm trying to do right now, so I could just keep what I'm doing going, but I don't have to use my voice, I don't have to use my face. Well, I could just make money and nobody knows who I am. The fuck? That's the win right now. Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why when I go outside now, like I've been rocking my speaker lately, but I think I'm gonna go back to the headphones. Like, I don't like find yourself a hustle where you don't have to be in front of people. That's the best thing I could tell the people. Uh I would never, it's for a person that I love, I would never want them to ever have to be a public figure. I think that's one of the worst things that could happen to somebody currently. That you're a public figure and people know you. I think that's one of the worst things that could happen. I would never, ever, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's one of the reasons why I don't really do that many lives no more. This is just. Let's look at the thing. I think I'm about to get ready to go. We got 10 votes. Says, do you think people that did the chase glitch are stupid? 60% said yeah, 20% said no, and 20% said just want to see the results. So apparently, some people think doing the chase glitch and then because they all going to jail. I seen some dude that I don't know if he really did it or if it was cap. I don't know if he really did it or if it was cap. But they had the one dude that I saw, and he took something like 30,000. Like, it was like, how you ever gonna pay that back, fam? How? Like, there's no way you're ever gonna pay that back. And did you spend the money already? I guess that's the biggest issue. How much of the money did you spend? I was watching a movie. I forgot what movie it was, but somebody had stole some money from somewhere or whatever the case was. And after they stole the money from the place, they waited like mad years to spend the money. And it was like other people that were like, when they found out about it or whatever, they was like, why did you wait so long? Like, how do y'all dudes do some kind of weirdo ass scam like that and then immediately spend the bread? Like, by you spending the money, and if they find you, they'll just say, oh, well, fuck it. You could go back home. Like, that's not what's going to happen, fam. The opposite of that is going to happen. You're going to spend the money and it's going to be a problem. All of the problems. Not some of the problems. All of the problems. Because now you don't even have the money to get back. And then, even more importantly, when someone says, you know, write the check, send it, deposit it, and then immediately take the money out. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Why are they saying immediately take the money out? Obviously, there's an issue. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say something real quick why this is so dangerous. Because you know who's gonna suffer? Our people. Our people are the ones that's doing this. You know, the people that they're trying to currently replace with the migrants, with the illegals. So now they just got a good reason to send how many thousands of y'all or how many hundreds of y'all to jail? Why every time there's an election year, some kind of tomfoolery like this pops up? Why every time there's an election year, something like this pops up? Now, all of a sudden. I think that there are entities putting these scams out there on purpose to get people caught up. I don't have no sympathy for you niggas crying either. You knew what you was doing was wrong. Y'all know Trump is about to be back in office. When Trump gets back in office, there will be free money. And what I mean by free money is the money that's supposed to be coming to the people will start coming to the people and will stop going overseas. When Trump comes back to office, all of that money that they sending over to the Ukraine as a dub, all of that money that they spending on all of these different giving sex changes to prisoners and all types of different stuff like that, it's a dub. Trump is gonna, and I'm saying this because this is what he did last time. Trump is gonna create opportunities for entrepreneurs. Trump is gonna create loan programs that are most likely you're not even gonna be able to pay back. I'm gonna tell you what I think they're trying to do. I think they're trying to tank the economy so bad. They know Trump is gonna win. Don't get this confused. They just pretending they don't know. I believe they want to tank the economy so bad that when Trump becomes president, he can't do some of the things that he did before. Because they tricked y'all last time into thinking that he wasn't doing anything for us. But now people know that he's doing things. So if when he gets back in office, every time he opens up some new avenue, people are going to be jumping on it. Y'all wasn't jumping on it last time because the Democrats told y'all to hate Trump. The only people I knew that took advantage of the Trump, of the different loan programs and everything that Trump had out there, not the PPP shit, the other programs. The only people I know that took advantage of that were black people I know were black Republicans. I don't know any black Democrats. At least I think they were all Republicans, you know, by the way that they speak and carry themselves in their lifestyles. I mean, I don't generally be like, yeah, I can't be friends with you if you're a part of the wrong parties. I don't do that. I don't really care what party you are a part of. You know, I guess as long as you're not a flat out communist, which right now being a Democrat is being a communist. So that part. Anyway, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about? If not, I'm assuming somebody is about to insult me right now. Somebody wants to send me a message. So I'm assuming it's just an insult. No, it's not. Somebody wanted to give me some kind of Spotify thing. Some kind of deal with Spotify, 15% off or some shit. I don't know. I believe they think I have a lot of articles. And now I'm just on Instagram looking at chicks. She's cute. She's into girls though. She's cute. She's just into girls. She's really cute. And she plays basketball. Yeah, too much dude clothes though. I won't be able to go nowhere with you. Too much dude clothes. Super cute though. So I had a dope ass idea for a television show. I can't tell nobody because I don't want it to go out into the ether. But I had a really dope idea for a television show. Really super dope idea for a television show. I don't want to say it because I don't want to put it out into the ether. I wouldn't even speak it out loud when I'm by myself. Put it like that. Like when I'm by myself, you ever think out loud and shit, like help you focus your thoughts. And sometimes you might say something out loud or think out loud. It helps to focus your thoughts. This is actually if you go to psychology or you learn about how the human brain works. They'll tell you often when you're working on a problem or a project or whatever the case might be, you should speak the words also out. And also if you go into the Bible, God says, be very mindful of the words that we speak. Not also the words we think. Don't get it confused, but the words that we speak, because us saying a thing brings it to life. So that part. Anyway, I think I'm gonna let y'all go. Got some other stuff that I'm doing this morning. We are about to, just so everybody know, we are about to get our shirt press very shortly. We'll have our shirt pressed very shortly, and I will be making merch. I'm not even really making merch for the sale online. I'm just gonna be selling the shit out in the street. So I will be making merch. But I will make it applicable. I will make it available, pardon me, for people in the community that might want to buy some merch. But I will be making merch, and we're gonna get our shirt pressed soon, very soon. I'm not 100% sure which press I'm gonna get. I would really prefer to get one with embroidery, but those are really, really expensive, so I might wait. There's no reason to get there's no reason to get one that does embroidery at the moment. So we will be having a shirt press soon and a couple of other things that we will be doing. There's a couple of more licenses I'm about to go buy, like food vending licenses and food handling licenses and stuff like that. So there's like a ton of things that I'm going to be doing this coming month, this month right now. It's a ton of things. I'm looking at shirt presses right now and shit. The embroidery machines is just so much more expensive. Like they should be, by the way. I don't know. This one is 500, but that's just a sewing machine. But that's what a embroidery machine is, right? Yeah, this is just expensive. But we will be getting one. Hold on. This is a Sketch single needle embroidery machine for 500. I don't know. I think 500 is good. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna get the thing that I was gonna get before, and then we work it out. So we will be selling merch directly to consumer soon, and a couple of other things, just so we could be clear. With that being said, everybody just have a blessed day. We didn't really hold this live too long. I started late as I was busy doing some other business this morning, and I'm gonna get back to some of that. With that being said, you look, I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. Go out there in the world, do something good. There are just a lot of terrible people in the world. So every moment that you're not a terrible person, you're just doing so much good in the world. Like they're just a lot of terrible people. Like just terrible people. Right. If you knew how many people pretend like they like me, just pretend. And I guess they don't know that I don't know that they don't like me, but they just pretend. And then I just be sitting there and they be talking to me like we friends. And I'd be like, I know you don't like me, but like, what sense does it make for me to say anything? So I just sit there and I just sometimes, because not because I'm hanging out with them, but because we're at a communal place where, you know what I'm saying, we're both just at. I can't be like, the other person got to leave. In order for me to leave their presence, I have to leave the place that I want to be at. So they just be talking to me, and I know they don't like me. And I just be like, and then I just listen. And then every 5 minutes or so, they throw out an insult. And I just be like, these people are just evil. I've never done nothing to you a day in my life, fam. I don't even know you. I have no hard feeling toward you. I don't want nothing bad for you. I don't want nothing bad for your family. I haven't done anything to any of you people. Y'all just, some people told y'all to hate me and you do. That's it. Some people just said that you had to hate me, so you do. You just go through life. Like, some people just hate you because somebody else told you that they had to. Not because you actually did anything wrong. Anyway, everybody have a blessed day. Like I said, there are a lot of terrible people out there in the world, man. Try not to be one of them. I'm out.